And I would like to bring up Alicia Fossbinder to present them, and she'll bring each of you up with a little bit of time to tell us what you're going to do with the money. All right? Alicia, come on up.
Hello, I feel like I'm not talking into the mic. How's everybody? Good. So I'm very excited to be standing up here today to be awarding these mini grants to you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have each person come up from the organization. We'll talk a little bit about what you're going to be using the grant for, and then we'll have the check, we'll do a couple pictures, that kind of thing. And then afterwards, we just want to make sure everybody stays so that we can get a group picture. So the first one, not in any particular order, is Kenosha Public Museum. Requested $3,000, and we are awarding $1,500 to them today.
Thank you all very much. I'm Peggy Grigorski. I'm the interim director at the museums, and I'm old enough to know that the only thing that is constant is change. And boy, we went way beyond that this past year. And we all adapted in many ways, and in many ways rose above our circumstances over the past year with many large and small kindnesses. And so on behalf of the museums, our boards, and our staff, I want to thank you for supporting our efforts to increase our virtual presence in our community and beyond, really. This allows us to reach women and children and families where they are most comfortable and in the most need. These dollars will provide value support. We've been able to buy additional equipment, software, and added technology support in order for us to bring virtual programs to classrooms, to homes, to businesses. So again, we are grateful. This virtual outreach is going to continue. We've all been changed in a good way with the opportunity for virtual museum experiences, but of course our favorite experience is the in-person one, and that will always continue as well. We don't do this alone, and we know that. We are so grateful for our community partnerships. Thank you, Kenosha Women's Network, for all you do for our community. You exhibit what I think are the best qualities in women: generous, steadfast, unconditional, strong, supportive, all in regard for the varying needs of our community. And so please know that we are all grateful for what you've done for us with these mini grants, but also for all you do in our community all the time. Thank you.
Let's get
Hold on a second. It'll have to be a cell phone picture because I'm using the camera. There you go. Let me just get a little closer there.
My modeling days are way over.
Okay, so the next one is Boys and Girls Club. The Boys and Girls Club requested $980, and we're giving them $900.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Thank you very much for allowing the Boys and Girls Club to be here as a grant recipient today. We very much appreciate this club and all that you do for the Kenosha community. So on behalf of the staff and on behalf of our members of the club, thank you very, very much for this grant opportunity. We specifically wrote this grant for our Smart Girls program. So if you are familiar at all with the Boys and Girls Club, you know that we have a youth center, a tween center, and a teen center where we bus in from 9 area schools daily, Monday through Friday, and see upwards of over 140 youth at the club every day. But as part of the tween and teen centers, we do a Smart Girls program. And as I was talking about at my table over here earlier, the one-to-one mentorship and support is so incredibly important for this very vulnerable age range. And Smart Girls really focuses on that. We provide the girls a small group opportunity to talk and explore physical education, career exploration, and they base it on their own life experiences. But what we do is we bring in guest speakers to talk to them about the different things that they are doing within the community from a service perspective and from a career perspective. And a success story, as I love to talk about those from this particular program, is a girl named Nakia, who is currently going to Hampton University, and she wants to be an orthopedic surgeon. She credits the club and a speaker from Smart Girls for the career path that she has taken. And none of this would be possible if it wasn't for the generosity of clubs like yours. So thank you very much, because we do want to continue to do more of a hands-on career exploration, with this group. Very recently, we just did a boat building camp. You might have saw that in the Kenosha News, where we invited in Chicago Maritime, and club members got to build 2 rowboats with boards like this. And we launched them at the Sailing Center. And it's that career exploration. It's providing youth with opportunities that they may not have had before that leads them to positive experiences in life. So we're happy to play that role, all because of your generosity. So thank you very much.
All right, the next mini grant recipient is the Women's Club.
Well, not only am I a member of this club, but I am the president of the Women's Club of Kenosha, who have just celebrated their 130th year of being founded. And thank you very much for the mini grant. The mini grant is going towards surfacing our parking lot, which you guys get to use, and anybody else. It sounds like it's when I hear of these wonderful mini grant recipients and the things that they're getting, but we actually opened this building up to many different kinds of philanthropic clubs, so it's going to be paid forward that way. Let me tell you about the Women's Club here. Now, I said we were been here since 1891, as my pen says, and we have given out. We do what you do also. I mean, we're almost this very similar, very much philanthropic. We support literacy. We support, we're having for example, we're having a fundraiser in October where we're going to have a Neil Diamond impersonator come, and his name is Eric Diamond, though. And he's going to be doing a fundraiser for domestic violence and human trafficking. So you'll hear more about that in the future. This year we're going to actually do something. We're going to have a Halloweeny pet parade with the money going to a costume parade, and there'll be awards for that, and money going to canines it's a canine group that supports for veterans, so, and maybe another local charity. So we have so much going on, and I appreciate it, and that $1,000 that you've given us will be used very well. Thank you very much.
Gotta get a picture together. There we go.
Canines for independence.
There we go.
You're welcome. All right, the next mini grant recipient is the Shalom Center. The Shalom Center requested $850, and we are awarding $850.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I felt like I needed notes because the library was really good. I didn't write anything down. Then Tara gets up here and she's like, thank you. I can't thank you enough. I was here last year and you guys really helped us get kids back to school. And then COVID hit, but they still kind of went back to school. We were able to get students the items they needed for school beyond the school supplies. And this year, through COVID, we've learned something about our families, and we know that the 75% of the single mothers that live in our family shelter and the 167 kids that went through our shelter last year were really missing out on something that we probably take for granted every single day, and that is family engagement. And so this year we really wanted to focus on getting our families back together and finding time to do amazing things together as a family. Being in COVID and you're kind of not able to go out and do all the things in a community that you were able to do, we found there was nowhere for them to go. That was their home. And so how do we bring community engagement there to the shelter? And so these funds that you're gifting us is going to assist us with being able to have amazing items to purchase to do family engagements, whether they're board games, whether they're physical fitness activities, to get where when families come into our shelter, they can continue to do family engagement items, things right there in our shelter. And so we've already kind of started, and this will help us continue. And so we have an array of opportunities and ideas that we're going to do this summer, the rest of the summer, and into the school year, where we can make sure that family-focused activities are happening. You don't have to go out into the community and spend a whole bunch of money. You don't have to go, you can just do it right here at home, which is where they live at our shelter, and do activities there. So thank you so much. I really appreciate each and every one of you. It's interesting when women stand up, I think I said this last year and I'm going to keep saying it because women rock, but when women stand up and really come together and do things, it's so powerful. And so thank you for continuing to be powerful and embedding empowerment into us younger generation, but then into our community. I can't thank you enough. Be well, please stay safe and take care of each other, and continue to make a difference in the world, because you're definitely doing it. So thank you.
There you go.
Oh, thank you.
All right, we have two more. The next mini grant recipient is Society Assets. Society Assets requested $2,586, and we're providing $500 today.
Hello, and thank you very much for the grant from the Kenosha Women's Network. Society's Assets is a nonprofit that's been around since 1974. Came to Kenosha a little after that because we started in Racine. We're a resource for people with disabilities, all different disabilities, from sensory to physical, mental health, lots of any disability and any age, so children on up to seniors. And the services that we provide make a difference during their daily lives, because it might be advocacy for finding an apartment that's accessible. It might be transitioning from a nursing home or avoiding a nursing home to live in their own home because they choose to have these independent living goals to stay at home. Let's see, in-home care, help students also, they're transitioning too, because from high school, what's next? So we help with those things. We have lots of folks in the office in our Kenosha office, Racine, and also out in Elkhorn, that have that expertise, and a lot of times it's personal experience, because over half of our staff have disabilities, and then our board is comprised of people with a majority of disabilities as well. So I guess we kind of walk the walk and talk the talk, so that people understand, that things are possible, and just, use some of the resources here in the community. The project that we asked for money for was our youth art contest, kind of a disability awareness and a disability acceptance sort of project. We've been doing the art contest for many years. I brought a couple of samples. It's been gone now for last year we weren't able to do it because it's something we do through the schools, the public schools. And I don't know if you want to take a look at some of the beautiful things that the students have done. These are just copies. Pass them around.
Sure.
Yeah. I just get inspired because they have a different take on things. They accept people, so you use wheels to get around, or maybe, you don't hear so well and I'll just speak louder, that kind of thing. So kindergarten through 12th grade are invited to participate in the contest, and it's judged by board members and also a retired professor in art from UW Parkside. So they get together and have the hard job of going through In 2019, the last year of the contest, we had 900 entries, pretty many that they had to go to. So this year we're going to use the money that you granted us with getting the artwork connected to our consumers or our clients so that they can see what the children are doing and the kind of statements that they're making with their art. So thank you very much. I should say too that last year we were able to get a grant from this group, and that went toward assistive technology for children. We have a loan and demonstration program that allows families to try before they buy. So we were able to purchase 30 pieces of equipment that goes in our library of equipment, and that's checked out then for people that need to have something for a child with autism or a hearing impairment or sensory kind of thing, vision. And so we were able to make use of that money in a lot of different ways, and it's really affecting the community in a positive way. So thank you very much. I get to keep it, right?
Yes.
It didn't bounce, yeah.
All right, last but not least is the Three Harbors Council, the Boy Scouts.
First of all, I want to know how many pictures I'm going to be in as we keep taking pictures over here. I'm like, I don't want to be in them. No, thank you very, very much for this grant. You have no idea how much this means to scouting at Three Harbors Council, especially here in Kenosha County. My job right now is to oversee scouting. Three Harbors Council is Milwaukee, Racine, and Kenosha County. I have all of Racine and Kenosha County under my belt, and I have to grow and provide a program for and recruit volunteers and have those volunteers do what we need them to get done so that we can provide this wonderful program for scouting. This grant in particular is going to go toward one of our female troops. We have 4 Girl Scouts via, no, excuse me, Boy Scouts of America Scouts VSA girl troops. And each troop, or any unit that is formed, needs to have at least 5 people in it along with their leadership. Fees keep going up, and in order for these young women to become involved in scouting and to help them out, this is one of those things that's going to help, and my phone is going off. Thank you. Sorry about that. Probably trying to get a hold of me too. But it's not just the fees that need to be paid to National every year. It is going to camp. It is their uniforms. It is their merit badges that they earn. It is. We have some really strong female leaders and female scouts that will become extremely good leaders. And I'm really, really excited because they are working on Eagle Scout projects. We have, Three Harbors Council had 4 female Eagle Scouts that met the deadline for the first female class from the nation. And I'm proud to say, actually, they all came from our district. None came from Kenosha. They all came from Racine in one way or another. Their unit is either stationed in Racine, or 2 girls that were out of an Oak Creek unit actually live in Racine. So it's very, very strong in this community. So I just want to say thank you. These girls will go above and beyond what they need to do. They're kind of passing the boys. But anyway, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm not in it. Well, I am in this one. Thank you.
You're welcome. Congratulations to all of the recipients. I feel like I'm really loud.